Everyone, or whatever time it is as you view this video. I'm doing a worm bin check-in, and um, I have been working on trying to get the worms that have been in here. There's still a lot of food in here. I understand that. They are liking this bin, and I'm having a hard time getting them to move down below. And I'm not sure if that's a seed or cocoon. It doesn't feel very wet. I don't think I've added any apple seeds, but it could be some other kind of seed. That's a cocoon of a different kind. But my worms are hanging out up here still. Hello, found you. Especially the babies. I think they're just, hatching out, and they haven't gone down yet. So I'm turning this over every day, looking for worms in large pieces. And then I'm hoping to encourage these little worms to go down below so that this can dry out and I can put this in to some of my plants. My good friend Doug came yesterday. I used to work with Doug. He was a conductor with Union Pacific, and we found a mutual love of plants. And when I told him I was having a hard time trying to decide what to do with my plants because I have some big ones. I have some trees, and they sit out on my porch all summer. Well, we're having a party, a Halloween party on the 26th, and I didn't know if I could fit them all in with my guest. So Doug came up and got like 6 of my plants and took them home with him for the winter. And but I'm excited about getting some of this amazing fertilizer into the ones I do have that I'm going to keep here with me. So yes, this party last year, it was a great party. We invited, I'm not sure how many people we invited last year, but we invited 30 this year. Maybe a little bit more than 30, probably closer to 50. I'm just talking like adults, so probably closer to 50 with children. And so I'm a little nervous about the room in my house. But I also live in Iowa, and so it's supposed to freeze here next week, or actually Friday, I believe. So I thought, well, I mean frost, I should say, not freeze, but frost on Friday. So I wanted to get some of my plants moved, and I want to check on these worms because I am really afraid that they're going to get cold during the winter. So I have found a lid. This is my mom. These were my mom's totes. She passed away almost 5 years ago, and I haven't been able to find these lids. And for whatever reason, the totes were like out in my garage, and the lids were upstairs in the spare bedroom. So I found this the other day, and I thought, well, I'm going to use this. And they have been climbing a little bit. I'm going to come in here too, and I'm going to wipe down all the walls so I can see exactly when they're climbing and when they're happy. I'm not sure that climbing necessarily means that they're unhappy, but I'm not happy because that means they're trying to escape. And these guys are really happy, I think, right now. I have already been in here and kind of disturbed these guys. They're probably not real thrilled that I'm back again to look at them again. But see, this to me it's just such good handful. I'll just put that over in my compost, or in my piece that I have to. Oh, hello. Yes, there are plenty of these. So what are some things that you guys have done with your worms? I mean, I know my whole purpose of getting these worms was to get potting soil or nutrients for my plants. But now they've kind of taken over my garage. What started off with, we believe to be 500, we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 containers of worms. These guys are hanging out in the pond over here. Hello, guys. Are they alive? Yes, they're very much alive. Is this stinky? Yes, this is very much stinky. So, I am going to back off all of everybody who is worried about all the water. I am backing off of the water for the winter because this does feel really cold. So, going to back off the water. I'm actually going to back off the food too. I've probably put way too much food in these bins just because I had it. I didn't know what else to do with it. So I threw them in here. I threw it in here. I think what I have is going to last them for a really long time. So I have another idea just to leave them alone for the winter. Just put the lid on them. Don't add water. Don't take away water. Don't feed them. Just let them process what they have going on in here. But like I said, I can sell these worms to fishermen. I could just keep letting them go and make me my worm castings. I don't really want to start any more bins because I have enough bins. But it's always so tempting when I'm seeing how well they're doing. And they're like this in every bin. They're pretty happy. They're multiplying. They are eating. Well, they really like this summer squash. Can't believe there's any of that left. So to answer the question, when you got your worms, what was your main reason behind getting them? Was it to sell them to fishermen? Was it to harvest the compost? I'm really curious about what was the reason, what everybody else gets them for. Oh, that is really cold. But there's really a lot of them. Wow. There's really a lot of them there. So, what was your idea when you got these? I really disturbed these guys. Sorry, I'm not going to be able to come in this bin for a few days. What was your idea when you got your worms? What was your main reason? Like I said, mine was to harvest the compost, their droppings. And now I'm not, that's not going quite as fast as I'd like. I suppose I could probably, pull chunks of these out and, start really harvesting. I could do neater bins. I've seen a lot of people who have really nice, neat bins. Actually, everybody but me seems to have really nice, neat bins. I just have a tendency to throw in, they seem to really like these containers. They really like the fast food bags. What I do is if I have a fast food bag, I line my little bucket that I keep on my counter for compost. And then I just dump the whole thing in here. I just dump in whatever it is, the Burger King or Casey's, McDonald's, Pizza Ranch. And they really like that. This one has a lot of food too. Well, they're really liking that tomato, aren't they? Wow. All right, so right now I'm just going to keep them on maintenance, not feed them. Excuse me, not feed them, not water them. Continue to try to get this dried out a little bit so I can use some of this for my plants. And then after my party, and we're so excited about because we're hoping, we had a lot of people last year and it was an amazing time. It was just so great. Couldn't wait to have them back again this year and a few more people to add to it. So let me know what you think down below. Your reasoning was for getting worms. Was it something besides, was it to raise them to go fishing with? And then now, you're into it. Was it for the worm tea? I have a lot of worm tea I'm going to put in my garden as soon as I pull my tomatoes in. Or was it something else? Let me know. All right, see you later, alligator.